Alright guys, I told you I got the line from Walmart, so this is going to be a how-to video on how to spool Baitcaster. So, first off, you take the line, obviously put it through the guide, obviously. You hook it onto the holes, you don't put it through, but you hook it onto those holes that they put in there. Rotate the spool like once, about one rotation, and then get the line, and basically just tie a good strong knot. I mean, it doesn't need to be anything like crazy, but it shouldn't be like a shoe tie either. So here, I don't really know how I'm gonna do this, but I'll try and do the best I can. So enjoy. Alright, spooling a baitcaster. You guys probably gonna want to see this, so I figured I'll throw it out there how I spool my reels. Line we're gonna be using is just some big game tri line. I stick with something that I can trust. I mean, I've used the regular tri lines like the XTs. I've even used the I forget what it's called. Yeah, the Sensation. I've used the Sensation tri-line. I love them all. They cast great. They last pretty long. So I tried the big game. It was really, really, really nice. So especially for the value, I really like that. I don't really care what line I use, as long as it's strong and it's pretty decent casting. I don't really have any problem using it. So what I do is I usually hook it through the first guide here, like if I have a lot of time. But sometimes, like say I'm changing lines right before I go out of the water, I'm gonna do this thing all the way through the rod because I'm probably gonna hook that bait on the end of there. So it's basically already set up, but since I have a lot of time right now, I'm gonna do this. So take your reel. I already have it through the first guide and the reel guide, so. And then you see these holes right here. What you want to do is you just put it inside that hole, like that, just so it's in there. And then you give like the handle like one rotation or two. Just like this, just so it comes around, and then you take it out like that, and you basically tie a knot. I don't really tie anything crazy. I just really tie an overhand knot. As long as it's strong enough, I feel like it'll hold up. I don't really think it makes a huge difference as long as it's on there. As long as it's a good knot, a knot that you can trust. I feel like it's good. See, I just do like an overhand knot. I don't really take too much time on that, but I just make sure I loop it around enough so it'll hold up. And so just gonna I usually loop it around like pretty good, like at least like 8 or 9 times. So yeah, right about then, just so it's good enough like that. So here you guys can maybe see it's just like an overhand knot. I don't really do anything special. And you cinch that down. This is where really got to make sure it's tight. You got to make sure that it's really tight down to the spool, because if it's too loose, it's just not gonna reel. Yeah, so I have a good knot there. As you can try and get it close up. As you can see, looks like a pretty good knot there. So, I might do this so you guys have a little bit better view, so you guys have an idea. I don't know if you guys can see that, but that knot is cinched down. That's not going anywhere right there. So just obviously cut the tag end. Let's take this tool right here, just cut it. And sometimes it might come like loose, but a lot of times it'll just tighten back up. And I'll show you guys when I got this cut. These tools aren't the sharpest, so I'm trying my best here. Got that. So this is pretty much it. I got it tied. As you can see, I mean that's not going anywhere, as you guys can see. So it's tight, and then you pretty much just reel it right on. I mean if you're in a rush, I wouldn't go fast. You know why? Because when you go fast, that line guide, it'll skip, like it'll skip like to like the left or the right sometimes, and it'll spool on unevenly. So, I mean, but it might even out like as you fish, but I always prefer to have it even to start with. It's just better. Pretty much reel it in. Yeah, mine's going a little bit off to the right. Sometimes what I'll even do is I'll take my finger and hold it in the opposite direction. I feel like that helps even it out a little bit. Because that line guide it's gonna try and go to the left instead of the right. Maybe help even that thing out. I'm not the best when it comes to spooling stuff, but I get the job done, I guess. Yeah, it's reeling it up. Yeah, now it's pretty even, so I held it down for enough, so it actually looks like it's more off to the left at this point. At least it's a little bit more even, I guess. So that's, wait a little bit more. Yeah, right about this. This is right, that's full right there. I mean, sometimes people will do it like a little bit over, just so, cause when you're tying knots and stuff, it cut off little chunks of it. But I don't really get hung up on that stuff. I just get what I need, change it if I need to, whatever. So that's my tutorial. Be sure to like, comment, and please subscribe. Thank you guys.